Hello guys, welcome back to the Shadow Manga Teller channel. In the last episode, Grandpa said, if I hadn't returned in time, all of my family members would have been killed. First, you must apologize to Leo. Then Grandpa slapped Maya's father and angrily said, why did you insult Leo? He saved my life. If you don't apologize to him, you will have to step down from the position of family head. Maya's father bowed his head and said, please forgive me. It was my mistake. However, he thought to himself, since childhood, I have never been humiliated like this. I will definitely take revenge for this insult. Later, Leo explained everything to Grandpa. Grandpa said, the people from Pilking Valley are going to hold an alchemy competition. The first prize is something they bought from us, the 9-jade dew. Maya said, oh, so that's why they bought it. Leo asked, what are the conditions for participating in the competition? Grandpa suddenly joked, my dear grandson, just get married, that will be enough. Hearing this, Jung Jun spit out the tea he was drinking. Maya said embarrassedly, Grandpa, please don't joke like that. Later, Leo was sitting in his room cultivating when he received a message on his phone from Jitan. She said, I came to Sichuan for vacation. If you need anything from here, I can bring it for you. Leo thought, it's been 6 months since I last saw this girl. Leo replied, I don't need anything. You should go back home tomorrow. Jitan muttered to herself, I offered to buy something for him, and he's telling me to go back home. At the same time, Pseudo-God and the Countess were watching her. Pseudo-God said, she is Leo's sister-in-law. The Countess said, it will be very interesting to experiment on this girl. Pseudo-God replied, keep an eye on Leo. Zhu Xiao is already close to dying because of the poison I gave him, and that old man will also die soon. I want to see what Leo will do to save them. Suddenly, a strange light appeared in front of Jitan. When she touched it, she immediately became hypnotized. The scene shifted to Wind Mountain. Grandpa explained to Leo, the people of Pilking Valley may not be very strong fighters, but they are extremely famous. It is said that no one can match their pill refining skills. Leo asked, what is the level of the pill refiners? Just then, Lu Zui, from the Lu family of Sichuan, arrived. She said mockingly, Maya, you're here too? Maya replied, I didn't expect you to be here either. Lu Zui sneered and said, you know, your body is just like your Tang family. There's nothing impressive about it. Even if you bring your boyfriend with you, nothing will change. Maya angrily shouted, you look like a carrot. Just then, an announcement was made. The people from Pilking Valley have arrived. Everyone noticed the marks on their chests. People said, the marks on their chests represent their ranks. The highest rank is 9th grade, and the lowest is 1st grade. The leader of these elders is 7th grade, which means he is an internal elder. The internal elder stepped forward and said, welcome everyone. I am an elder of Pilking Valley. My name is Master Yi. Anyone under the age of 25 can participate in this competition. The winner will be the one who successfully refines a first-class soul-storing pill. The winner will also be invited to join our Pilking Valley and learn our secrets. In addition, the prize will include the 9-jade dew. Everyone became excited. They said, 9-jade dew is an extremely powerful medicine. It can even revive someone who has died. And we will also get the chance to join Pilking Valley. Soon, the elder announced, the competition begins. All the participants started preparing to refine their medicines. Leo said, there are too many participants here and this place isn't suitable for alchemy. Please wait for me. I'll be back shortly. Meanwhile, Lu Zui thought angrily, because of this man, I was humiliated today. I won't let him go. She called her men and ordered, go and break Leo's legs. An hour later, those men attacked Leo. However, Leo calmly gave them a marrow cleansing pill. The 3 men were shocked. They said, marrow cleansing pills are extremely expensive. Even our master Lu Zui doesn't have one. Leo said calmly, you know what you should say later, right? Leo thought, in Sichuan, alchemists are extremely valuable. Even small medicines are treated as priceless treasures. The men nodded and said, we'll tell our master that we beat you badly. Leo then asked, do you know where Snowlingji root grows? One of them pointed and said, see that mountain? Go about 10 kilometers toward it. You'll find a strange tree there. That's where Snowlingji grows. Later, Leo returned and saw another participant. Leo asked, are you also a participant? He thought, when did this guy arrive? I didn't even notice him. So far, I've only found herbs. It looks like I'll have to use my own method. Meanwhile, the other participant summoned a furnace. When people saw the strange light from it, they were shocked. What kind of furnace is that? Even Grandpa said, I've never seen anything like it before. The internal elder said, that is the dragon furnace. It belongs to the master of the Ning family. Let's go check it out. Lu Zui thought, the Ning family is one of the 4 greatest families. I should go take a look too. Soon everyone gathered around. Master Yi said, 20 years ago, the Ning family master accepted a very talented disciple. This must be him. The man replied proudly, yes, my master is from the Ning family. Lu Zui mocked Leo and said, what are you doing? Playing with dirt? People began whispering, what kind of pill is he trying to make? Just then Jiang Jun arrived and said angrily, don't make fun of my master. Lu Zui replied sarcastically, just look at what he's doing first. Maya grabbed Lu Zui and warned her, if you say one more useless word, I'll shave your head bald. At that moment, the Ning family disciple successfully refined his medicine. The internal elder examined it and said, this is a 5th grade pill. That means he is the winner. But just then Leo stopped him and said, please wait. Could you also take a look at my pill first? People started saying, that's just a ball of mud. Meanwhile, Jiang Jun, Maya, and Grandpa all closed their eyes in embarrassment. Leo calmly said, this is my pill. Just then, the mud ball suddenly cracked open. Master Yi exclaimed, this is a 9th grade purple heart pill. Someone said in amazement, this pill is truly incredible. Master Yi then announced, young man, you are the winner. However, Master Yi thought to himself, I originally planned to recruit a talented disciple from my own family, but this man ruined my plan. Lu Zui also thought, this guy is far more dangerous than I expected. As people started leaving, Leo said, you forgot to give me the prize. Master Yi laughed awkwardly. I almost forgot. He then handed Leo the 9 jade dew. Meanwhile, the Ning family disciple muttered angrily, where did this bastard come from? Looking at the 9 jade dew, Leo thought, now it's finally time to go to Shenjing. Grandpa said to Leo, you should stay here for a few days. Leo asked, why? Did you need something from me? Grandpa replied, I wanted to ask you something. A few days ago, I heard about a cream in Shenjing that can heal any scar. It's said that the person who made it is named Chu Group. Leo took out a small jar and said, are you talking about this cream? Grandpa was surprised and said, I didn't expect you to have it. Leo quietly whispered in his ear, I'm the one who made it. Grandpa sighed and said sadly, so you're already married. Later, Leo returned home. Kia said, it seems a lot happened during your trip to Shenjing. Leo replied, in the end, everything turned out fine. But there's still one problem. My grandpa is badly injured, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to heal him. Kia said reassuringly, your grandpa will definitely recover. Leo asked, you didn't have any problems while I was gone, right? Kia replied, no, my body feels perfectly fine. After the last training session, I feel like my body is full of energy. Leo said, so everything Spirit told us was true. Then he added, if it's really that effective, we should try it again. In the next room, Jiten was lying down and muttering, it's been 5 hours. When will they finally stop? But suddenly she became hypnotized again. Jitan said softly, I will make Leo mine. When she opened the window, the strange energy came to her again. At the same time, Pseudo-God said somewhere else, Jitan will be arriving soon. Then he said to Jitan, you are my best project. I will continue working on you carefully. 8 days later, Kia said, Jitan has already left. Leo thought, Grandpa's condition is very serious. Although the poison has been removed from his body, the experiments have left him extremely weak. Suddenly, Leo sensed the presence of someone from the Qin family. He said, that's Qin Weilong. Leo and Kia walked over to him. Weilong said, Grandpa's spiritual energy has completely left his body. He's practically a living corpse now. I secretly read the Qin family's medicinal book and found that there is one medicine that can save him. Leo asked urgently, what medicine is it? Weilong replied, it's the white fire lotus, which grows in the west. Soon Leo traveled west. There he encountered the internal elder from Pilking Valley again. A man warned them, you shouldn't go any further. The next 2 days will be extremely dangerous. The elder replied confidently, don't worry, we are not ordinary people. Then he noticed Leo and said, Mr. Leo, I didn't expect to see you here. You must have come for something important. Leo replied, I came here for the white fire lotus. The elder said, so did we. But the white fire lotus is guarded by a 1,000-year-old beast, so obtaining it won't be easy. Leo asked, Master, you seem very calm. Do you have a plan? The elder replied, we can work together. In the end, you give us half of the white fire lotus, and we also want one more purple heart pill from you. Leo nodded. Deal. A man from the desert nearby muttered, these people are going to die. Looking down into the valley, Leo asked, are you sure the white fire lotus is down there? The elder replied, we've sent many people before, but none of them returned alive. That's why we organized the alchemy competition in Sichuan, to attract a talented alchemist. Leo said, so you never expected an outsider who had never joined Pilking Valley to win? The elder nodded. Exactly. Master Yi then said, "We have a spiritual powder. We will use it to deal with the beast. While we distract it, you go and take the fire lotus." Leo said, "All right, let's go." Soon they climbed down. One man spotted the fire lotus and excitedly ran toward it. "I found it," but suddenly a fox beast appeared near the lotus. Master Yi said seriously, "This beast is at least in the pseudo-god realm." His followers panicked. "We can't defeat someone in the pseudo-god realm." The fox suddenly attacked and burned one of the elder's men. Master Yi threw the spiritual powder at the fox, and Leo rushed forward and attacked it. However, the fox easily dodged Leo's attack and slashed him with its claw. Then it struck Master Yi as well. Leo said, "Your powder had no effect. That fox was just pretending." Master Yi said nervously, "This beast is incredibly powerful." Then the fox used its power to turn the ground into quicksand, trapping them. Master Yi shouted, "It's burying us alive." Leo thought, "The fox has mixed its spirit power into the ground. That's why I can't escape." Leo then asked, "Do you have the ingredients to refine a purple heart pill?" Master Yi replied, "Yes, I have them." Leo immediately took the ingredients and began cultivating. Suddenly, a powerful surge of energy burst out. A massive explosion occurred. A masked man standing outside said, "That energy was impressive. Could it be the Fox King's power?" Meanwhile, Leo had successfully broken through into the pseudo-god realm. Master Yi said in shock, "You're truly amazing, young man." The fox then attacked again with a tornado. Leo said, "Master Yi, go back up. I'll get the white fire lotus for you." Then Leo charged at the fox. When Master Yi reached the surface, he saw the masked man and asked, "Who are you?" The man replied, "My name is Flying Jet. Are you from Pilking Valley? You did well holding off the Fox King. Did you get the white fire lotus?" Master Yi said, "What are you talking about? We had to retreat after just one attack." He thought to himself, "He must have come here for the white fire lotus. I cannot let him go down there." Flying Jet said coldly, "So you're trying to stop me from going down?" Then he attacked using the power of nature. Master Yi said, "You're underestimating me." As soon as he drew his sword, huge explosions erupted behind him. Master Yi shouted, "Leo, he came here to steal the white fire lotus from us." Meanwhile, Leo was busy fighting the Fox King, who had created many tornadoes. Seeing this, Flying Jet said, "This isn't good." When he tried to stop the tornadoes, Master Yi attacked him from behind. Flying Jet shook him off and said, "You're only at the Grandmaster realm, yet you're trying to fight someone at the pseudo-god realm." At that moment, Leo attacked and said, "Then I'll be the one to kill you." Flying Jet immediately created a duplicate doll. Leo cut it and said, "It felt completely real when I struck it, but it was just a doll." At the same time, the Fox King prepared to attack Leo again. But Leo said confidently, "You're not my opponent." Then he used Spiritual Dragon and attacked the beast. The Fox King was finally defeated. Leo broke the white fire lotus from its stem and said, "That fox caused me a lot of trouble." But suddenly the entire place started shaking violently. Leo realized, removing the white fire lotus will cause this whole area to collapse. 3 days later, the scene shifted to Shenjing. Grandpa had finally awakened. Leo said happily, "Grandpa, you're finally awake." Grandpa replied, "You saved my life." Then he said seriously, "You've already reached your current limits. It's time for you to learn the truth." He explained, "Your parents were elite members of the Qin family, and I was one of the family's elders. However, because my cultivation was very low, I only served as their follower." In the memory, Leo's father said, "Uncle, won't you come with us?" Qin Badao replied, "I wish I could help you more, but I'm too weak to be of much use." He continued, "Your parents were preparing to enter the ancient ruins, which the Qin family had guarded for a long time. They even developed several alchemy methods to enter it. But when they entered the ruins, they encountered a heaven-level demon beast that drove them out. On their way back, the Huang family attacked them. During that chaos, many members of our family died and their cultivation was severely damaged. Because of this, they were expelled from the Qin family. After that, they joined the social world and worked for an organization. But later, the Huang family discovered them again. The Huang family, Zhuge family, and Jade Hall joined forces and attacked them. When I arrived with the fourth elder to rescue them, they had already died. But we could still hear faint sounds from inside their coffins. So the fourth elder placed them inside an ice coffin." Leo said excitedly, "So that means my parents are still alive." The chief was telling the truth when he said they were in coffins. Grandpa replied, "We must return to the Qin family to find a way to save them." Later, Leo explained everything to Kia. She asked, "Are you going back to your family?" Leo replied firmly, "I'll do whatever it takes to save my parents." Kia said, "Then I'm coming with you." Leo asked, "Are you serious?" She smiled and said, "Of course." I'm your wife. Then she kissed him. Later, Leo went to see Spirit. Leo said, the seal on you has weakened a lot. Spirit touched him and said, it's been a long time since I touched anyone. Leo asked, can your seal be removed completely? Spirit replied, you're still not strong enough to do that, but since you've already reached the pseudo-god realm, I can help you cultivate to the next level. She then infused a large amount of energy into Leo. The next day, everyone finished packing. When Kin Badao saw Kia, he thought, I feel like I've seen this energy somewhere before. 2 days later, they arrived at a hidden place. Kia said, I didn't know such a place existed in Yangxia. Kin Badao explained, this place is separated from the outside world. Outsiders cannot even see it. The Kin family is just ahead. As they approached, a giant snake suddenly attacked them. Kin Badao struck it and shouted, don't you recognize members of your own family? However, his attack caused a nearby tree to collapse. Soon the Kin family guards arrived. They shouted, how did you enter the family territory? Kin Badao said, my name is Kin Badao. The guards responded, he's a traitor. Capture him immediately. Soon, they were taken to the Kin family head, Kin Zhaotian. Zhaotian asked, are you the son of Kin David? Zhaotian's son Kin John mocked him and said, a loser's son can only be a loser. He grew up in the social world. I doubt he even has cultivation skills. Leo stopped his grandpa from speaking. Zhaotian said, Kin Badao, you left the family without permission and returned after so many years. As punishment, you will stay in the cave for 1 month. Guards, take him away. Kin Badao said calmly, this is the family's punishment. I will accept it. Before leaving, he quietly signaled Leo to go find the fourth elder. Leo thought, it looks like a big conflict is about to begin. Kin John then said, I don't want trash in our house. Leo, get out of here. But leave that girl behind. Leo replied coldly, she's my wife, which means she's also a member of the Qin family. I didn't expect the Qin family to treat guests so poorly. A hidden family shouldn't behave like this. Zhao Chen shouted angrily, because of your parents we suffered huge losses. Letting you live is already an act of mercy. If you don't leave now, I'll have you killed. Just as the guards were about to attack Leo, someone blocked their attacks with a burst of energy. It was the fourth elder. She said, this is Kin David's son, the grandson of our former family head. He is a core member of the Qin family, and since we still don't know the truth about his parents, we cannot blame him. Jiaoqian was visibly frightened when he saw her. He asked nervously, when did you arrive? Qin John said angrily, Leo has never even stayed in our house. He doesn't know how hard our Qin family has worked. Why would the fourth elder support an outsider? Zhao Chen whispered to him, stop talking nonsense. If she says Leo is a family member, then he is. The fourth elder said, the family head has already agreed. Leo, come with me. Later, Leo sat in the fourth elder's house drinking tea. Leo said, thank you for saving me earlier, but what were you saying about my parents and the ancient ruins? The fourth elder replied, I don't have proof yet, but I suspect Jiaochen framed your parents in order to seize the position of family head. Because of him, your parents were expelled from the family and suffered so much. Leo asked urgently, where are my parents? How can I save them? The fourth elder said regretfully, I made a mistake. I brought your parents back and placed them in the ice coffins, but Jiaochen found out. Now only the family head and the future heir are allowed to see them. Kia asked, does that mean Leo will never see his parents? The fourth elder said, not necessarily. In a few days there will be a competition to choose the next family head. Whoever wins will become the heir. Then she asked Leo, what is your cultivation level? Leo replied calmly, you can check it yourself. Kia asked, can Leo really win? The fourth elder said confidently, perhaps no one in the entire Qin family can defeat him. 6 days later, an announcer said, everyone has been waiting for this day. Today is the day of the competition. The judges will be the family head and the fourth elder. All the participants took their places. Qin John said coldly, the fourth elder must be confused because of her age. Why would she recommend this fool? I will kill him on the stage. Leo looked at him and said calmly, so you're the top candidate here. Qin John said, what's wrong? Are you scared? Leo stepped forward and said, I want to challenge the #1 candidate. Qin John sneered and replied, you're a complete fool, rushing to your own death like this. The family head asked the fourth elder, what should we do now? The fourth elder replied, I agree to this fight. She secretly thought, it will be quite satisfying to watch Qin John lose. The family head stood up and announced, both of you may begin the fight. He thought to himself, I hope my son kills this bastard. Soon both of them stepped onto the stage. Qin John said coldly, if I accidentally kill you, it won't be my fault. Leo replied calmly, let's begin. Qin John immediately released his power. Leo thought, His power suddenly rose to the Grandmaster realm. People from the normal world shouldn't be this strong. Kinjan then threw a punch at Leo. Leo said, "Looks like I'll have to power up as well." He released a massive surge of energy and attacked Kinjan. With just one strike, Kinjan was badly injured. Kia's spirit thought, "It's a good thing Leo practiced dual cultivation with me. Otherwise, the one lying on the ground right now would have been Leo." The fourth elder asked, "Family head, do you think this fight was fair?" The family head replied in shock, "How is this possible? Leo became this powerful while living in the social world." But in his mind he thought angrily, "I will never forget how badly my son was beaten." Leo looked around and asked, "Does anyone else want to fight?" The others whispered among themselves, "Kinjan was the strongest among us, and Leo defeated him in a single move. It's better not to challenge him." One of them said respectfully, "You defeated brother Kinjan, so we admit defeat. Whatever the family head decides, we will accept." Leo said modestly, "I only won because of luck." He thought to himself, "These people are quite smart. Otherwise, I would have had to fight many unnecessary battles." The fourth elder then declared, "Leo is the strongest among the new generation. Therefore, he will become the heir." However, the family head objected. "Fourth elder, please listen to me. Leo may have won the competition, but he knows nothing about the Kin family because he grew up outside. If he becomes the family head, he will face many difficulties." The fourth elder replied firmly, "He can study the family if he doesn't know it yet, but the rules are clear. Whoever wins the heir competition becomes the heir." "Are you suggesting we break the rules?" Qin Zhaochen quickly said. "No, that's not what I meant." The fourth elder announced, "As the fourth elder, I officially declare Leo the winner. From now on, he is the next heir of the Qin family." Later, Leo stood in front of the ice coffins containing his parents. Qin Badao said sadly, "I'm sorry, I was useless." Leo asked the fourth elder and his grandpa, "Is there any way to save my parents?" The fourth elder replied, "Yes, there is one way. We must go to the ancient ruins. If we obtain the flaming elixir from the fire demon, we can save them." Grandpa warned him, "That fire demon is extremely powerful. Your parents once went there with many fighters from the Qin family, but even they couldn't defeat it." Leo said firmly, "No matter how difficult it is, I will try." Meanwhile, Flying Jet came to meet Qin Zhaochen. Flying Jet said, "Does Leo belong to the Qin family? I encountered him in the West recently, and he almost killed me." Qin Zhaochen replied angrily, "Leo injured my son. I want him dead. Fortunately, we have a good opportunity to kill him." Flying Jet asked, "What opportunity?" Qin Zhaochen explained, "Leo came here to save his parents. We know that the thing that can save them lies inside the ancient ruins. We'll follow him there and kill him." Flying Jet laughed and said, "Just like what happened to his parents." Unfortunately for them, Mo Yao overheard everything. She thought, "This old man is truly despicable." Later, the fourth elder handed Leo a key. She said, "This is the key to the ancient ruins." Kia looked at it and said, "Is this really the key? It doesn't look very special." Qin Badao also said, "Yes, it doesn't seem very impressive." The fourth elder replied, "You're right. I don't know why, but the spiritual energy inside this key has disappeared. Without spiritual energy, it cannot open the ancient ruins." When Leo held the key, he suddenly felt a surge of energy flowing into it. The energy was coming from Kia's body. Kia then took the key from Leo's hand. She pressed it against her forehead and said softly, "It has been a very long time." At that moment, a huge amount of power burst out from her body. The fourth elder said, "That was an extremely powerful force." It turned out that spirit had awakened inside Kia. Kia explained, "When your parents were fighting the fire demon, your father's blood fell onto this key. At the same time, my spirit energy also merged with it. Your mother kept this key with her. A few years later, when you were still a child, you were playing with Kia. At that moment, the spirit energy from your mother was transferred into Kia." Spirit continued, "After that, I met you again, and my energy finally awakened." Leo said, "So that means we can enter the ancient ruins?" Spirit replied, "Yes, we can, because I am the owner of the ruins." Kia asked us in surprise, "So the spirit inside my body is actually the owner of the ruins?" Leo replied, "Yes, and we've known each other since childhood." Spirit then said to Leo, "You're a real jerk, but I still wanted to give you a gift." With that, she gave Leo her spiritual pearl. When Leo absorbed the spiritual pearl, a massive surge of energy burst out from his body. Qin Badao exclaimed, "What kind of energy is this?" The fourth elder said, "Leo has broken through to the divine realm." Meanwhile, Qin Zhan angrily said to his father, "Father, you must avenge the humiliation I suffered." His father said in shock, "That aura? Someone has reached the divine realm. Did the fourth elder break through?" Qin Zhan shouted, "This is terrible. The fourth elder is on Leo's side. If she reaches the divine realm, it will be bad for us. Qin Jiaoqian replied calmly. Don't worry, the Huang family's head will also enter the ruins. Even the fourth elder won't be able to do much against him. At that moment, Kia said to Leo, suppress your energy, or I might get injured because of it. A few days later, everyone arrived at the ancient ruins. Kia placed her hand on the entrance and opened it. Looking around, Leo said, this place looks like an old battlefield. Kia explained, this is only the surface of the ruins. Leo asked, then where are the real ruins? Kia said, follow me. They soon arrived at a stone tablet, and Kia led them inside it. After entering, everyone looked around in amazement. This place is beautiful, Leo observed. All the grass and trees here are filled with spiritual energy. Qin Badao added excitedly, it would be amazing to practice alchemy here. All these herbs are treasures. Leo thought, refining pills here would be extremely beneficial for me. Outside the ruins, Qin Jiaoqian arrived with several people. Pseudo-God said, I've been waiting a long time to come here. Finally, I've arrived. He ordered his men, go find Leo. I have something else to take care of here. When Pseudo-God touched the stone tablet, he frowned and said, I can't enter. Something is blocking me. Then he noticed movement. Someone is coming out of the tablet. Soon Leo and the others came out. Leo said, we'll come back later to explore the rest. Pseudo-God looked at them and said, it seems there are many treasures inside. Qin Badao said, we explored a large part of it, but we still couldn't find the fire demon. I wonder what your parents did to make it appear. Suddenly, Qin Jiaoqian launched a sneak attack from behind. However, Leo quickly countered and severely injured him. At that moment, the transformed countess asked, who shouted Leo's name earlier? Mo Yao stepped forward and said, I'm the one who ruined your plan. Suddenly, Jitan attacked Mo Yao. Leo and Kia said in shock, Jitan, what are you doing here? The countess replied coldly, she's with us now. Leo said, that's impossible. The countess smirked and said, now it's your turn. Suddenly, the enemies transformed into Hulk monsters. Leo handed a pill to Mo Yao and said, you're badly injured. Go and rest. Mo Yao replied, be careful. These people are very powerful. Then the fourth elder and grandpa stepped forward and said, don't worry, we'll handle them. Flying Jet said, defeating Leo won't be easy. The countess replied, it's fine, we'll defeat him together. Meanwhile, Jitan was attacking Kia. Kia said sadly, Jitan, you're my sister. Why are you attacking me? Jitan suddenly stopped. At that moment, the spirit inside Kia took control of her body and said, you're such a terrible girl. How could you attack your own sister? I'll teach you a lesson you won't forget. Spirit began beating Jitan badly. She said angrily, since childhood, your sister has always given you the best things and loved you so much, and this is how you repay her? Jitan was severely injured. Seeing this, Kia stopped Spirit and pleaded, please stop, she's my younger sister. However, Jitan took advantage of that moment and stabbed Kia. Kia said in shock, Jitan, why did you do this? Because of the commotion between Kia and Jitan, Leo became distracted. At that moment, the countess attacked Leo, but Leo counterattacked and crippled his arm. Seeing this, Flying Jet thought, I need to escape, or Leo will kill me. But before he could run away, Leo used his sword and cut his throat, killing him instantly. Meanwhile, Jitan grabbed Kia by the neck and shouted, I'm going to kill you. Leo pushed Jitan aside and shouted, have you gone crazy? She's your sister. Jitan then attacked Leo, but her attack had no effect on him. Suddenly, Jitan remembered that Leo was Kia's husband. However, the spirit inside her mind kept telling her that she must make Leo hers. Jitan held her head in pain and said, I don't want to fight anymore. Then she ran away. Leo thought Jitan was an ordinary person before, but in just a few days, she reached the peak of the Grandmaster realm. What happened to her? Mo Yao said, I didn't expect your sister-in-law to be this evil. Also, let me tell you something. The Master of Green Hall has arrived. Leo asked, Green Hall? What kind of place is that? Mo Yao replied, just know that he came here looking for something. Leo thought, did that man also come here for the flame pill? Meanwhile, the fourth elder and grandpa were still fighting the Hulks. Kia said while crying, what happened to Jitan? Leo approached her and said gently, don't worry, I'll save Jitan. Everyone here came for the flame pill, and we came here for the same reason. We need to find the fire demon first. Only then can we save Jitan. At the same time, Pseudo-God touched the stone tablet and said, they came from inside this. Why isn't it reacting now? Just then, Jitan ran toward him and said, I don't want to fight anymore. Pseudo-God said, looks like her consciousness is returning, but she can't break my barrier. He strengthened his barrier and asked her, what exactly happened? Jitan replied, I just met Leo. Most of the people there are already dead. Pseudo-God said, take me to them. Meanwhile, Mo Yao said, we searched the entire ruins, but we still can't find the fire demon. Leo asked Kia, do you know where it is? Spirit replied, I was sleeping inside the key for a long time. How would I know? Grandpa said, maybe when you left the ruins earlier, the fire demon escaped. Spirit shook her head and said, that's impossible. If it had escaped, the whole world would have been destroyed. Then she suddenly said, everyone stop. A very powerful person is coming. Suddenly, a huge explosion occurred. Leo looked at the newcomer and said, are you the master of Green Hall? The man stepped forward and said, I am both the master of Green Hall and the head of the Huang family. You killed many of my men here, so prepare to die. He released a massive amount of energy. Then he attacked Grandpa and said, you're just a failed experiment. You should have died long ago. The fourth elder rushed forward to attack him, but Pseudo-God easily injured her. He mocked them and said, the elders of the Qin family are so weak. In the past, they used to be much stronger. Mo Yao said, the last time I fought him, he wasn't this strong. Pseudo-God replied, I spared your life last time because I didn't want to kill you. Mo Yao collapsed to her knees and could barely move. Leo thought, why is this man here? Is he also after the flame pill? Grandpa tried attacking him again. Pseudo-God laughed and said, the Qin family has really become weak. Only 2 people are left to protect its honor. He then used his energy to throw the fourth elder and Grandpa backward. Kia helped Mo Yao up and asked, are you okay? Mo Yao replied weakly, don't worry, I'm not going to die. Leo shouted, who are you? Pseudo-God said calmly, you can guess. Grandpa said seriously, even when the fourth elder and I fight together, we can't defeat him. There's only one man who could survive our combined attacks, Huang Ming. Leo and Kia asked, who is Huang Ming? Grandpa explained, Huang Ming was the most powerful person among the hidden families. He's at least 200 to 300 years old. After him, the strongest families are the Qin family and the Huang family, followed by the Zhu family and several smaller families. Pseudo-God laughed and said, you guessed half of it right. I am Huang Ming. I am the master of Green Hall, also known as Jade Hall, and the head of the Huang family. You could say that both the hidden world and the social world are under my control, Leo said angrily. So you were the one who attacked my parents before. Huang Ming replied calmly, yes, I forced your parents to enter the ruins, and because of me they nearly died. Everything that happened to you was arranged by me. He then pointed at Jitan and said, and that girl you see there, she's also my creation. I transformed her, and now she only obeys my orders. Leo clenched his fists and said angrily, you've done enough evil, I won't let you live. Huang Ming grabbed Leo's hand and said, first tell me how I can enter the stone tablet. Leo attacked him and said, go ask the king of hell. But suddenly, Jitan attacked Leo from the side with her claws. The attack sent Leo crashing to the ground. Huang Ming said coldly, he died pretty quickly. Then he grabbed Kia and said, now you won't escape either. After saying that, he knocked her unconscious and took her with him. He smirked and said, now they're going to have some fun. These hulks won't spare them. Meanwhile, Mo Yao checked Leo and asked, where is your life-saving pill? Leo replied weakly, Jitan's spiritual energy attacked my heart. At the same time, the hulks continued attacking them. Soon Leo collapsed. Grandpa said painfully, I'm truly useless. I couldn't protect Qin David's son. Now I won't spare any of these hulks. Just then, Leo's blood fell on the ground, activating a formation. Cracks appeared in space, and several figures suddenly appeared nearby. The fourth elder looked at them and said in shock, that's Grandma! The old woman smiled and said, Jianer has grown so much. It feels like it has been a very long time since we last met. Grandpa said in disbelief, you are the 6 elders of the Qin family who disappeared during the last war. One of the elders said angrily, no one has the power to defeat us. The 6 of us chose to stay behind to protect the ancient ruins. This ruin carries the legacy of the Qin family's immortal emperor bloodline, so we couldn't allow it to be destroyed. We believed that our immortal emperor bloodline was in danger. The fourth elder wondered, are they talking about Leo? One elder stepped forward and said, this boy is badly injured. If he didn't possess the immortal emperor bloodline, he would already be dead. Another elder asked, where is David? Grandpa explained, David and his wife were severely injured. They are currently sealed inside the 1,000-year ice coffin to preserve their last breaths. One elder said angrily, is this how you've been protecting our immortal emperor bloodline? Another elder calmed him down and said, don't be angry. What matters most now is saving David's son. Another elder asked, is there a way to save this child? Grandma replied, yes, all 6 of us must transfer our power to him. If we don't, he will die. But if we give him our power, our souls will vanish forever." Another elder laughed and said, "That's fine. I never thought our fate would allow us to sacrifice ourselves for the immortal emperor bloodline." The fourth elder stepped forward and said, "Grandma, you're leaving?" Grandma replied gently, "We must go. After we're gone, protecting the Qin family and preserving the immortal emperor bloodline will be your most important responsibility. The time has come for the 6 elders to say goodbye." The 6 elders then transferred their power into Leo. Inside his mind, Leo suddenly found himself in a strange space. He asked, "Where am I?" One of the elders replied, "This is our unique spiritual space. We are the first generation of the Qin family's 6 elders, its guardians. You were critically injured, so we transferred our power to heal you. But remember one thing, you must protect everyone." Soon a huge surge of energy erupted, and Leo fully recovered. Leo said gratefully, "Thank you." The elders replied, "Don't forget your promise. The most important thing now is to kill that bastard Huang Ming." Meanwhile, Huang Ming brought Kia to the stone tablet and said, "Open it quickly." Kia replied, "If you're in such a hurry, why don't you open it yourself?" Suddenly Jitan slapped Kia. Kia slapped her back and shouted, "Wake up!" As soon as Kia touched the stone tablet, everyone was transported inside the ruins. Huang Ming looked around and said, "This place is incredible. Every herb here is worth at least $10,000. Kia thought, "I can't let this man use these treasures to grow stronger. If he does, none of us will survive." She said, "How about we make a deal?" Huang Ming replied, "What kind of deal?" Kia said, "You won't lose anything." Huang Ming smiled. "Sounds interesting," Kia explained. "The most powerful treasure here is the Herb King. My husband couldn't take it earlier because he needed to save people. Its location is extremely secret. If you search for it yourself, you'll never find it." Huang Ming said, "Fine, tell me your condition." Kia replied, "You must let me leave safely." Huang Ming nodded. "Deal. Now show me the way." Meanwhile, outside, Leo was still fighting the Hulks. Mo Yao complained, "We've been fighting these monsters for so long, but they just won't die." Grandpa said, "Leo, don't waste time here. The 4th elder and I will handle them. Go help Kia." Leo and Mo Yao immediately headed into the stone tablet. Inside the ruins, Huang Ming said suspiciously, "We've been walking for a long time. Are you tricking me?" Kaya replied calmly, "My life is in your hands. Why would I lie?" Soon she pointed ahead and said, "We're almost there. The spirit inside me holds many memories, and I used them to find this place." She then pointed toward a flower and said, "That flower is the Herb King." Huang Ming looked at it and said, "It's protected by garden glory and golden barriers. Breaking such a low-level barrier is easy for me." He attacked the flower, but nothing happened. Huang Ming said in surprise, "It's stronger than I expected." He attacked again with even more power. A huge explosion erupted in the water around it. Huang Ming frowned and said, "What's happening?" Kia replied, "I don't know either." Suddenly the water exploded and the barrier disappeared. When Huang Ming stepped forward to take the flower, he couldn't grab it. At that moment, a fire demon emerged from the water. Kia realized, so the fire demon was hiding here. Huang Ming glared at her and said, "You lied to me, and now you're trying to escape." Just then, the fire demon punched Huang Ming. When the fire demon turned to attack Kia, she pleaded, "Please don't hurt me." But after sensing the energy inside Kia, the fire demon suddenly moved past her and continued forward. But at that moment, Jitan stepped forward and prepared to attack Kia. Meanwhile, outside, Mo Yao said, "Where did that Huang Ming go? We can't find him anywhere." Leo replied, "Look at the stone over there. A very powerful energy is coming out from it." At that moment, the spirit inside Kia brought Jitan outside and attacked her, saying, "You can't escape from me now. You tried to sneak attack me earlier, didn't you?" Just then Leo arrived and pulled out the object that Huang Ming had planted in Jitan's head. Leo said, "Don't worry, she's fine now." The spirit inside Kia said, "I didn't expect you to be this capable." Leo laughed and replied, "You've seen my abilities many times already. Why are you talking like this?" Suddenly, the spirit punched Leo. While they were fighting, they heard the sounds of a fierce battle between Huang Ming and the fire demon. Soon everyone gathered near the stone tablet and watched the fight. "This is strange. The fire demon could easily kill Huang Ming, so why isn't it doing it?" They noticed that the fire demon wasn't attacking any herbs or plants. Leo explained, "This fire demon is very spiritual. It doesn't want to damage any herbs or trees here. Follow me." Leo then stepped directly between Huang Ming and the fire demon. He said, "Is your game over yet?" Huang Ming looked shocked and asked, "How are you still alive?" Leo replied calmly, "I'm not dying before you." Huang Ming thought to himself, "How did this guy reach the peak of the divine realm so quickly?" Leo then walked toward the fire demon and said loudly, "Everything you like here. I'll destroy it all so you can live peacefully." After saying that, Leo started running away. The fire demon became furious and chased after him. Leo led Huang Ming outside through the stone tablet. Huang Ming said angrily, "Leo has hidden his aura. Where should I find him now?" At that moment, the fire demon also came outside. Huang Ming drew his sword and said, "I'll kill this bastard." But as soon as he attacked, the fire demon completely neutralized his strike. Huang Ming thought in shock. How is this possible? Leo said, "The fire demon was holding back earlier, but now it won't spare you." With that, Leo launched another attack. Huang Ming realized, "I can't dodge this attack. It's already too close." The attack badly injured Huang Ming's hands. He thought nervously, how did this boy's cultivation rise so fast? He's at least at the middle stage of the divine realm. Huang Ming shouted, "You won't survive, boy." Leo released his energy and said, "Maybe you could have killed me earlier, but now you can only dream about it." Their energies collided, causing a massive explosion. Both of them were heavily injured. Huang Ming thought, how could I lose to this kid? His soul suddenly left his body, planning to possess Leo. But when he tried to enter Leo's body, he failed. At that moment, the fire demon attacked Leo again. Huang Ming thought, I can't enter this kid's body. I'll have to try something else. Meanwhile, Leo thought, this fire demon is even stronger than Huang Ming. If I want to defeat it, I need to return inside the stone tablet. Leo attacked again and disappeared. When the fire demon looked around, Leo had vanished. Leo had already reached near the stone tablet, but the fire demon suddenly grabbed it. Leo muttered, "This demon is really smart." Then the fire demon spoke, "Leave this place." Leo was shocked. "It can talk?" He said, "You injured my parents. I'm going to take your flaming pill to save them." Leo used his spiritual dragon technique and attacked. But suddenly the fire demon grabbed Leo's sword. The spirit inside Kia shouted angrily, "How did you come outside? You should have stayed inside your home." Kia shouted urgently, "Hurry, Leo, kill it. I can't hold it for long." Leo felt uneasy but thought, I must do this to save my parents. He attacked the fire demon again. Suddenly Leo's consciousness entered the fire demon's memories. There he saw a small fire demon sitting beside its master. But then someone attacked and killed the master. Those attackers said, "The immortal is dead, but he left this creature behind to guard the forest. At least now we can use this forest." Leo realized, so this is what happened to the fire demon. The small fire demon hadn't died. Instead, it became furious and transformed into its giant form. Leo returned to reality. He said gently, "Are you protecting the herbs here? Don't worry, we won't destroy anything." At that moment, the fire demon looked at Leo and saw the image of its former master within him. Happily, the fire demon transformed itself into a flaming pill. Leo said in surprise, "This is the fire demon's flame core." Kia asked, "Why did the fire demon do this?" Leo replied, "I don't know, but I felt a strange connection with it, like I've known it for a long time." Mo Yao interrupted, "Stop talking nonsense. That fire demon was a divine-level beast that had lived for at least 1,000 years. I saw you touch its head. Was it actually a female monkey or something?" Leo said annoyed, "Stop saying stupid things." Kia then asked worriedly, "What about my little sister?" Leo replied, "I'll free her soon and give her a healing pill." At that moment, Huang Ming's soul said, "I will definitely take Leo's body." As it tried to enter Leo's body, Mo Yao suddenly grabbed it and said, "What is this worm doing inside your body?" She threw it away. Leo asked, "What did you throw?" "It just disappeared." Mo Yao replied, "I don't know. It looked like a talking worm." Just then, Jitan slowly opened her eyes. Kia said happily, "Finally you're awake." But Leo immediately said, "No, that's not Jitan." Huang Ming's voice came out of her mouth. He said, "I've lived in men's bodies for a long time. This is the first time I'm using a woman's body. Honestly, it feels quite interesting." Kia shouted angrily, "Huang Ming, get out of my sister's body." Huang Ming replied, "I barely managed to survive, and now you're telling me to die again? It's a shame I couldn't get Leo's body, but this one isn't bad either." Mo Yao said disgustedly, "You're truly shameless. After living for so long, you're still possessing a child's body. I even touched your filthy soul earlier. My hands must be dirty now." Just then Huang Ming attacked and said, "You're already exhausted from fighting." But Leo stepped forward and shouted, "Get out of Jitan's body." Huang Ming replied, "Sure, I can do that, but you'll have to give me your body instead." Leo attacked Huang Ming and said, "Keep dreaming." At that moment, Jitan's consciousness briefly returned, and she said, "Brother-in-law, why are you trying to kill me?" Leo said firmly, "Jitan, stay strong. Don't let Huang Ming control your mind." But Huang Ming laughed and said, "Yes, I am Huang Ming." This girl will never escape my control. If you want to kill me, then kill her too. Kia stepped forward and said, "How can we kill my sister?" Jitan suddenly said coldly, "Stop saying useless things. You'll be happier without me." Then she attacked Leo. Leo stopped her and said, "I told you, don't do anything." Huang Ming sneered, "Are you threatening me? I can destroy your sister-in-law's body in an instant." Leo replied calmly, "When did I say I was going to attack you?" At that moment, Mo Yao suddenly attacked Jitan. Jitan said confidently, "This girl is still just a child. She can't hurt me." Leo said, "You're right. She can't, but I can." With that, Leo released a shock of energy toward Huang Ming. Soon Leo's consciousness entered Jitan's mind. Huang Ming said in surprise, "When did you become strong enough to look inside her body? Do you know that I'm the strongest martial artist in this world?" Leo replied, "So what? You have no family, no friends, and you're a cruel person. You don't treat people like humans. You're obsessed with power. There's no difference between you and trash." Huang Ming shouted angrily, "You're barely 20 years old. You know nothing about life." Leo replied calmly, "Are you happy? Are you satisfied living alone without family or friends?" Huang Ming snapped, "That's none of your business." Leo crushed him and said coldly, "You're a disgusting person. There's no point trying to explain anything to you." After that, Leo left Jitan's consciousness. He said, "My first task is to find my parents. My second task is to save all of you." Then he injected energy into Jitan's body. After a moment, Jitan floated up into the air. Kia ran forward and hugged her. Jitan said sadly, "I did so many terrible things here. I don't deserve to live." Leo replied gently, "It's not your fault. Someone else was controlling you." But suddenly, Leo collapsed unconscious. Kia's spirit quickly carried Leo inside the stone tablet and said, "Leo used too much energy, so he fainted. But the water I placed him in is very sacred. It will heal him quickly." Mo Yao and Jitan said, "Why didn't you tell us earlier? We also need a bath." They both jumped into the water. Jitan said happily, "This water filled my body with energy." Mo Yao added, "Yeah, I feel much better too." Kia said, "The spirit inside me is also very happy, so everything should be fine." But Jitan said suspiciously, "Something strange is going on with you, sister. Sometimes you feel like a completely different person." Kia explained, "There are two spirits inside my body. One is my own spirit, and the other belongs to the owner of these ruins." Mo Yao said, "That explains why you know this place so well." Suddenly, the entire place started shaking violently. Kia said nervously, "This isn't good." Just then, a huge dragon suddenly emerged from the water where Leo was resting. All the girls shouted, "Who will save Leo?" But the dragon swallowed Leo and disappeared back into the water. Kia's spirit shouted angrily, "You dare cause trouble while I'm here? It seems you don't value your life." Mo Yao said, "Your spirit should have come out earlier." The three girls immediately chased the dragon. The dragon thought, "These girls are crazy." Then it created a whirlpool and threw all three of them outside. Kia scolded them, "You two are useless. I had to come out to save you." She then thought, "That beast is about to become a dragon. Its cultivation is slightly weaker than the fire demons, but if it absorbs Leo's cultivation, it will become extremely powerful." Meanwhile, the dragon returned to its cave and fell asleep underwater. Inside the dragon's stomach, Leo groaned, "This smell is horrible. Where am I?" Then Leo punched the dragon's stomach repeatedly. The dragon outside started suffering badly. Leo realized, "I'm inside this beast's stomach. I have to get out quickly." Outside, the dragon was clearly in pain. Kia helped the other two girls stand up and said, "The dragon that took Leo has a water attribute, and the thing in my hand is a water attribute spiritual herb. It will definitely come to the shore to take it." Then she told Mo Yao, "Go and find it." Next, she showed Jitan a 5-spirit herb and said, "We can use this to stop it." Jitan thought, "To save them, I'll do anything." Kia muttered, "This body is very weak. If I were in my real body, I would have taught that dragon a lesson. But at least thanks to dual cultivation, both my host's body and that boy's body have become much stronger." Meanwhile, underwater, the dragon continued sleeping. Leo struggled and said, "I can't breathe. I'm going to die." Then he took out the flame pill and said, "Maybe I can use this to escape." With that, Leo tore open the dragon's body and burst out. The dragon became furious and attacked him. Leo said, "Any attack you can use, I can use it too." Then Leo used his spirit dragon technique and attacked the dragon. Seeing the energy explosion from outside, Mo Yao said, "Is that Leo's energy? It's become incredibly powerful." Kia nodded and said, "You're right. It seems Leo doesn't even need our help anymore." Soon they saw that Leo had killed the dragon. Leo thought, "I need to get out of here." He jumped out of the water. Mo Yao said in shock, You killed a dragon while wearing only half your clothes. Leo replied awkwardly. I was fully dressed earlier, but all my clothes were torn inside the dragon's stomach. Jitan blushed and said, Brother-in-law, please put on some clothes. Just then, Kia brought some clothes for Leo. The spirit inside Kia thought, Leo really affects this host body a lot. Human emotions are truly difficult to understand. At that moment, the entire place started shaking again. Leo said, What's going on? They suddenly saw a gate open in the sky, and it pulled Jitan toward it. Because Jitan and Leo passed through the gate, everyone else was dragged inside as well. When they opened their eyes, they found themselves in a completely different place. Mo Yao asked, Where are we? Leo looked around and said, It doesn't seem like we're inside the stone tablet anymore. Kia replied, You're right. This is probably another space and time dimension. Suddenly, the spirit inside Kia took control of her body and said, Even I have never been here before. Let's move forward and take a look. As they walked ahead, they saw many ships floating around. Leo asked Kia, Have you been here before? Kia replied, This place feels strangely familiar. Maybe I've been here before, but I can't remember exactly. Meanwhile, Jitan had boarded another ship and was looking around. She said, There's no one on these ships. Mo Yao laughed and said to Leo, Your sister-in-law is really bold. She just climbed onto someone else's ship without asking. Leo immediately shouted, Jitan, come back. But suddenly, a man grabbed Jitan and said, Where are you going? If you like my ship so much, I might as well keep you with me. Jitan angrily attacked him. The man smiled and said, You're quite tough. I like people like you. At that moment, Leo rushed forward to attack, but the man used a fan to block Leo's strike. He said arrogantly, Trash like you can't even touch me. However, Leo also dodged the man's counterattack. The man who had grabbed Jitan thought, This guy is really powerful. I should escape first. Then he flew onto his ship and said, Defeating you won't be easy, but I'm not going to fight you. It's time for me to leave. He quickly escaped with his ship. Mo Yao said in shock, What kind of engine does that ship have? It's incredibly fast. At that moment, the spirit inside Kia said, Come aboard this ship. Mo Yao asked, Are we gonna chase them? But we don't even know how to control this ship. Kia's spirit replied, It's very easy. Soon, Kia created a ship controller on the vessel. Leo looked at her and said, You're not from this time and space, are you? Kia replied, It's possible that I'm not. Mo Yao then said, The ship ahead is very fast. Can we really catch it? Kia answered, All these ships came from the same place, and they're set to automatically return. Mo Yao worriedly asked, But if we enter another layer, how will we return? Leo said firmly, We have to return. Grandpa and the fourth elder are still waiting for us in the ruins. And more importantly, my parents are still alive and waiting for me. Mo Yao sighed and said, This is all my fault. I was the one who first discovered these ships. Leo reassured her, Don't worry, we'll find Jitan and then come back. Meanwhile, the man who kidnapped Jitan said, It's a good thing I had the jade ship given by my master. Otherwise that guy would have seriously injured me. I never expected someone from another continent to be so powerful. Jitan shouted angrily, Let me go. My brother-in-law will kill you. The man laughed and said, That mortal can never come here, and I almost forgot about you. Jitan thought, He called my brother-in-law a mortal? Does that mean he's an immortal? Suddenly, Jitan bit his hand. The man slapped her and shouted, You vicious girl. At that moment, Leo's ship arrived nearby. Kia shouted, Quick, get onto the ship. As soon as they entered, they saw Jitan lying on the ground. Jitan slowly stood up and said, I knew you would come to save me, brother-in-law. Leo gave a pill to Mo Yao and said, Take care of Jitan. Then he drew his sword and rushed forward to attack the man. The man tried to activate his jade shield again, but Leo's attack shattered it instantly. Leo quickly overwhelmed him, forcing the man to drop to his knees. However, the man secretly sent a message to his allies. Kia said nervously, This is bad. Something is wrong here. We might get surrounded. Soon, several soldiers arrived. They shouted, You dare attack our people. Kia gathered her power and said urgently, Leave quickly. I can't hold this power much longer. She created a portal, and everyone escaped through it. They soon returned to the ancient ruins. Mo Yao said tiredly, I still don't understand what just happened. We ran inside that portal for 7 days and 7 nights. My whole body is exhausted, and I'm about to fall asleep. Meanwhile, Leo checked Kia's body and asked, Kia, what's wrong with you? When he looked inside her body, he noticed that the spirit inside her was missing. Leo thought the spirit inside Kia had been helping her for a long time. He said loudly, Stop pretending and come out already. Suddenly, the spirit's voice came from behind. It said, I'm not pretending. Leo replied, if you're still angry, then you're definitely fine. At the same time, Leo thought, she's in her spiritual form now. I don't know if my skill will work to heal her. Then he took out a pill from his ring, preparing to heal her. The spirit said, what are you doing? Leo replied, you're not feeling well, so what else should I do? Then Leo began healing the spirit. The spirit said in surprise, what did you give me? My whole body feels extremely hot. Leo replied, I gave you a pill, and its after effects might last for quite a long time. Meanwhile, Jitan was thinking, brother-in-law has been checking my sister's body for so long. I hope nothing bad has happened to her. Looking at Leo's face, Mo Yao said, it seems like something really did happen. The narrator then explains that Leo and his friends trained for a long time inside the ancient ruins. After everyone recovered, they decided to return to the Qin family to accomplish something important. When they arrived at the gate, Grandpa said, we've finally returned. The fourth elder said, why isn't anyone opening the gate? Where are the gatekeepers? The gatekeepers replied, you killed our former family head, Zhao Tin. We have already informed the new head, and he won't spare you. Leo asked, family head? Who are you talking about? At that moment, Qin Zhan stepped forward and said, Elder Huang, these people killed our former elder. You must help us get justice. It turned out that Elder Huang was the great elder of the Huang family. The great elder said calmly, don't worry, the conflict between the Qin family and the Huang family started because of Leo's parents. Now it's time to end the hatred between the two families. Leo replied coldly, stop pretending to talk about justice and morality. Just come and attack me together. Qin Zhan said angrily, Leo, you've become very arrogant. Our great elder is as powerful as Huang Ming. If you offend him, you won't survive. Suddenly the great elder used his soul attack against Leo. Leo said calmly, in front of absolute power, tricks like this don't work. Using his spiritual dragon, Leo destroyed the soul attack instantly. Qin Zhan shouted, what's going on here? Leo grabbed the great elder and said, you're a loser. You have no right to judge anyone. Now it's time for you to go to hell. The great elder hurriedly said, it was Qin Zhan. He promised me benefits if I killed you. He even gave me your family's treasures. Qin Zhan shouted, old man, what nonsense are you talking about? You're lying. Leo said loudly so everyone could hear. The truth about Qin Zhan is now clear. Who will you recognize as the family head now, him or me? The fourth elder stepped forward and said, our family values honesty. Are you still not going to arrest Qin Zhan? Immediately the guards captured Qin Zhan. They said, you can no longer be the head of our family. The fourth elder then announced, the previous family head is dead. From now on, the new head of the Qin family is Leo. Then she asked, Leo, what should we do with Qin Zhan? Leo replied, throw him into the cold prison and never allow him to come out. Later, Leo entered the cold cave and used the flame pill to break the seal on his parents. Leo and Kia then gave the pill to Leo's parents. Soon both of them opened their eyes. 3 days later, looking at Kia, Leo thought, the spirit inside Kia lied to me. Her body still hasn't healed properly. Just then, Leo's parents approached him and asked, how is Kia doing? Leo replied sadly, I've consulted every doctor and tried everything myself, but her body isn't responding at all. It feels like she's in a coma. Leo thought, if I want to save Kia, I must understand the spirit inside her body. Leo's mother said, Jitan told me that you met someone wearing ancient clothes. It seems there are people who live in other time spaces beyond our own. When I was pregnant with you, I used to have strange dreams. I would see an ancient man whom many people wanted to kill. Strangely, he looked exactly like you. When I first saw you, I thought you might be that same person. Leo said thoughtfully, that means I have to return to that time space again. Just then, Mo Yao and Jitan arrived and said, we're going with you. Mo Yao added, there's no point in you going alone. And besides, you're not even that strong. Jitan said teasingly, you're not that strong either. I already defeated you once. Leo sighed and said, do you think I'm going on a simple trip? The risks there are extremely high. Mo Yao replied confidently, I'm not an ordinary person. I don't like living a comfortable life. Jitan added, don't worry, my sister has done so much for me. The least I can do is help. Just then Jiafei appeared and said, I'm coming too. Leo sighed and said, what else can I do? It seems I'll have to take all of you with me. What happens next will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.